All right, hi there. Welcome back to Queer Comics. It's Andrew Johnston. It's Thursday. This week's topic is give me a Q. Give me an A. What does that spell? Ka. You know what? That's probably like a really offensive term in a language that I don't know. But it's probably like really something really offensive in Farsi or something. This week we are answering questions that our fellow Queer Comics vloggers have posed to us. And just before we get to that, I just really want to apologize to the one that I asked Vicki Lix this week. If you watch her video, I asked the dumbest question and I used the worst choice of language. I said things like clownishly affected and caustic, and they were really poor choices of language. And I wrote those questions to her when I was really hungover. I am really sorry about how dumb that was, and I want to just reiterate or iterate and then reiterate my appreciation for her for putting this whole channel on. She's the reason we're all here, so thank you, Vicki Lix. So, first question is from Lady Anya Face. Welcome to the channel. And she said, if we met in a bar at midnight, what drink would I buy you and how drunk would you be? Drink you'd probably buy me would be a vodka soda, because that is my jam, but also because kind of, after you past the age of 25, which like I barely am past, that's kind of what you can handle if you're going for it. If you're glugging sugary mixes, cranberry juice, orange juice, that sort of stuff, it's just you don't have the stomach for it anymore. And soda is basically water, and vodka is basically water to a certain sect of people. At midnight, how drunk would I be? Not very. No. I'm basically sober. I'm the kind of guy who will go to a bar for last call after, loading up and having a grand time with at least one other person, or sometimes less than that. Thank you, Anya. Tranna Wintour asks, what do you regard as your biggest achievement in comedy, and what inspires you to keep doing comedy? Thank you, Tranna. Looking forward to seeing you in Montreal this week, because if anyone's in Montreal, I will be headlining the downtown Montreal Yucks, and Tranna will be opening, and I'm really looking forward to that. In any event, my biggest achievement I consider in comedy so far is the show that I founded, hosted, and produced for about 5 years called Bitch Salad, and I still do them. I still do one every Pride at Buddies and Bad Times Theater, but that show I started in 2007, so long ago. And it was primarily a showcase for female comics in front of a primarily gay male audience. Of course, now it's turned into just, like a hub where anyone who is interested in seeing female comics can go. That was something that I did, and it was quite singular for its time, and it really did. I can look back at it now, and I am not someone who is ever earnest, goes to camp. I am always the glass is half empty as far as this, but I can say that did make like an indelible mark on the Toronto comedy scene, and thus the Canadian comedy scene. What inspires me to keep going, to keep doing comedy, is quite simply, I love nothing more than when I am doing a show, and wherever it is, like it can be a road gig, like it can definitely be a downtown gig when I'm acting at the height of my reference level, whatever, and being as specific as possible. But it can be, I remember being in Niagara Falls over Valentine's Day weekend this year, and doing my closing bit. And I looked out at the audience, and they were all sorts of creeds and backgrounds and nationalities, for that matter, because you have a lot of Americans up there, and God knows what else. And I remember just at the hinge bit before I delivered my blow line, just looking out at the crowd, and everyone was just they were having a great time. I love that when people are having a great time and you're just in the center of it. So that is what continues to inspire me doing comedy. Newcomer Nicky Nasrallah, welcome to you as well, sir, asks, who do you hate the most in the world? Needle in a haystack, bitch. Different bitches, different days. Who I hate the most right now, I need to say, is that Kim Davis woman. The Kentucky clerk marriage license clerk who went to jail for denying gay marriage licenses. I really hate anyone who sort of claims membership to the status quo. Anyone who is like, I'm of the status quo, and I don't even know if the religious right is the status quo anymore, but like people who claim values or whatever, that's something that really chaps my cunt about her. The second thing is that I do believe, I have this philosophy that utopia will be achieved when hypocrisy is made illegal. And this bitch, Kim Davis, on her 4th marriage right now, had twins from her 3rd marriage while she was married to her 4th husband. Whatever. Anyone who has done their sort of legwork about like the Bible claiming that gay marriage is immoral or whatever. No, the Bible frowns much more on divorce. Divorce is much more of an abomination. And so who the fuck are you, bitch? Who the fuck are you? Here's the thing about Kim Davis. She is a fucking cum slut, is what she is. And you'd think that a cum slut would find solace and relativity in the gay community. But no, not this one. What's good? What's good, Kim Davis? What's good? Ashley Moffat asks, what was it like to have such a hot career 3 years ago? It was great. Counter question, Ashley Moffat. What's it like having a career that has never been hot, bitch? But seriously, the only thing colder than Ashley Moffat's career is her clit after getting dumped by her 20-year-old girlfriend. Here's the thing about Ashley and I. We are dear friends, and we were supposed to do a roast battle thing this past weekend in Toronto. Like, it was supposed to be the premiere edition of Roast Battles, which is like a show in LA or whatever. And we were supposed to roast battle each other, and it got canceled. So I think we have like a lot of pent-up, certainly jokes. Lastly, but certainly not leastly, Vicki Lix asks, what is your advice for young queer comics? My advice for young queer comics, just simply put, is that number one, getting into it, you're going to think that you're incredibly exceptional and you're going to get a lot of pats on the back for doing this, thinking like, oh my God, like how brave it is. You are not, there is no affirmative action, as far as I'm concerned for queer comics. I'm certainly not at this juncture in time. So be prepared to be, better than everyone else. Or at least strive to be, and there are no concessions made. Also, you have a very narrow window for getting all of your friends out to your shows, so use that optimally and wisely. Anyway, I'm super excited about what this next leg of queer comics brings. Thank you so much for watching, and gal power.